He brings so many things to the table. He sticks to what we're doing, doesn't get frustrated, trust in the process and the system that we're running. And he's just such a leader to everyone that we have on the team. It didn't take very long to be able to see that this isn't just a kid that's bigger than everyone else. He's also pretty fast, he's pretty good at football, and the work ethic is really what sets him apart, in my opinion.
Fort Cherry's Matt Sieg joins us. Matt, thanks so much for taking some time out. Appreciate it. How is this season? We'll start with this season. How has this season gone for you guys and you personally to this point?
It's been great. I mean, obviously we're 7-0. Started off the season with some adversity. Had some tough stretches. I personally broke my thumb, so it was tough to get over that for a while. But back to 100% now, and it seems like we're getting better every week. We're making strides. It's definitely good.
Mentioned the thumb injury. Season opener, get that injury, and a lot of expectations, a lot of excitement going into the opener. Was there any thought that you might not be able to play, or you were going to be out there no matter what?
Yeah, I knew I was going to be out there no matter what. I'd never broken a bone before, so I didn't know it'd be broken. I figured just a stinger. We were up big, so I only had to play the first half. So the next day I got X-rays and they told me it was broken. I mean, I knew I was going to play, but I didn't know how. Like, I had to get a cast, get it all wrapped up and clubbed for the games, whatever. So figuring it out was hard for the first few days.
What was the most difficult thing about playing with it, and maybe knowing that the defense knows that you're not going to be throwing the ball?
Just kind of getting used to moving around. Like, I mean, during that stretch I played receiver, running back, quarterback again, and then I kind of played all over the defense too. So it was just getting used to not having your weapon at your arm. So just kind of being one-dimensional there for a while was kind of tough.
What's this ride been like for you more globally? What has it been like, and maybe from your perspective, in your words, people have put them in their own words, but from your own words, what has this ride been like for you?
I mean, it's been fun. I'm just trying to enjoy it as much as I can. I mean, high school only comes around once, so just trying to go about it the right way, enjoy it with my family and friends, and come down to a decision here soon and figure everything else out.
Youth players and players that are in the communities in the WPIAL now looking up to you. Who are some of the players that you looked up to growing up before you made it to the high school level?
So my dad was a coach at Keystone Oaks, so I was always there growing up. Michael Dower, if you remember that name, I mean, he was a stud running back. He went to Duquesne. He was always fun to watch on Friday nights. Alex Smith was a dog at quarterback. Just those teams that were always really good at KO that I watched a lot. And then I was always from here, but I never watched too much football here until like 7th grade. And then, like the guys before I didn't get to play with, but Maddox Truschel was a quarterback before me here. So, I came my 8th grade year, kind of worked with him a lot, and he taught me a lot of the offense. So I was able to hit the ground running like 9th grade year.
When you got into varsity high school football, what was the hardest thing, maybe the thing you didn't know that was going to be a challenge that ended up being that way?
I mean, I'd say just definitely the speed of the game. I mean, obviously it's a lot faster than when you come up from middle school, but pre-snap as a quarterback, making reads, being able to read the defense, putting it all together in your head was really tough for me the first few games. Kind of like finally found my stride about halfway through freshman season, and tried to never look back.
What's the recruiting process been like for you early on? You're playing in a single-A school, and then you get the Penn State offer, then the floodgates have kind of opened since then.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely tough early on. Being from a small school, I felt like I was being kind of overlooked. A lot of guys in my class kind of started getting offers a lot earlier than me, and I was like, what's going on? So that was kind of tough to just, be patient and just keep doing what I was doing. But, once Penn State offered, it kind of, just jumped, and, it's been fun since then, and, just trying to take it day by day, make relationships, and, take it slow with my family, and, eventually come down to a decision.
What are the biggest points of emphasis that you're looking for when making your decision whenever you do that?
Obviously, I want a good school, somewhere that I can get developed as a person. And then on the football field, I mean, just a place where I fit in to offense or defensive scheme. Coaches that I can relate to and I know are good people in the end, and somewhere that can be said for 40 years, not 4. So yeah.
Were you a college football fan growing up? And
yeah.
If so, who was your team growing up?
I liked all college sports. I mean, I'd watch any game that was on, but I mean, my dad grew up right outside of Happy Valley, so Penn State was big for us, and then I'm from Pittsburgh, so I always loved Pitt too. All the PA teams I rooted for, so we definitely watched pretty much everyone growing up.
You're talking about playing for a small school. There's a good crop of talent from the WPIAL that has played at the small level and gone on to do big things. The Tyler Boyds, the Terrell Pryors of the world. Mm-hmm. Do you kind of look back at that and know that that's not going to stunt any growth in the future?
Definitely. I mean, just being mentioned among some of those names is pretty freaking cool. So, I mean, those guys. I mean, Tyler Boyd's in the NFL, Terrell Pryors in the NFL. So obviously they got some records up there, and definitely people that'll be remembered throughout the WPIAL for a long time. So, just being mentioned with them was pretty cool.
There's a part of a club that there's no player other than you that can be mentioned in the 5,000, 3,000 club. What does that mean to you? It's a personal accolade, but to know the history of the WPIAL and know all the players that have come before you and are playing now, and to know you're the only one who's done it.
I mean, it's pretty special. I didn't even realize that happened until like the Saturday after the game. It was reported on Twitter somewhere. So, that kind of came as a surprise, and it didn't really hit me until like a few weeks ago when I really thought about it. It was, just sitting back, like all the people that's come through the WPIAL. It's pretty cool to have your name be the only one, but not trying to dwell on it, just kind of keep going, see where it leads me. So,
walking through the halls, what's it like to be Matt Sieg walking through the halls on a regular Monday during school hours?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, just feel like just another kid. I mean, I love my school. I mean, everybody's friends with each other. It's a good little community we have. I mean, everybody's cool with the teachers. The higher ups. Everybody's just super cool. And I mean, there's really no drama, nothing really wrong in school. Just just good vibes all day. Just try to enjoy it.
Teammates, a big reason why you guys are all so successful. What do you think that the key is to being able to have that camaraderie from the top down?
I think it's just special. I mean, all of us are really close, so just playing together since first grade. All sports. I mean, baseball, basketball included. Just getting to know each other over the years, and making friendships, and it shows when we come out on Friday nights just how close, the chemistry we have, the tightness we have, and it's a special feeling.
Now, the goals of winning a WPIAL championship, you got that last season, got all the way to the state championship. Does it make the hunger grow to get back there and win one?
Definitely. I mean, to get there, it was pretty cool, but then to get there and lose how we did, we kind of got killed. That definitely left a sour taste in our mouth, so that definitely drove us over the offseason to just, get over that hump. Obviously, the WPIAL championship was the first in school history, so we want to get a state for first in school history.
Take me back to last year, that WPIAL championship feeling. There's expectation, and then there's going ahead and doing it. Mm-hmm. And what was that like for you to have the expectation of last year and then to achieve it on the field at Acrisure Stadium?
I mean, it was special. I mean, before the year started, nobody really, we weren't really in the running, I feel like, on Twitter everywhere, among the big names that were, up for it. So, but we knew up here, we knew that, we were going to have a special team, and we just had to come out, and we worked all year. We had some good leaders, and, they pushed us through, and I mean, it was special. It's just everybody, the community came together. Our games were packed, on the way to the semifinals and then to Acrisure. I mean, there was parades through town, on the way home after we won. It was insane. It was really cool. And then to do it at Acrisure, I mean, it was really special.
I remember watching you for the first time your freshman year against Cornell, and thought then that was a pretty impressive game at Frank Lettieri Stadium. And I was like, we're going to be talking about him for a while. Was there a moment for you, your freshman year, that you thought, you know what, this is going to be a fun 4 years?
I mean, I enjoyed my freshman year a lot. I mean, there was a lot of challenges, so I feel like I didn't really sit down and think about a lot of things that year. I kind of just kept going through. But I think the last game we played Burgettstown, I had a good game. I think I had 366 yards rushing or something like that. And I sat down and I thought about that, and it's only my freshman year. Let's keep this going.
No question. Are you a video game guy? Are you on NCAA?
I am. I'm not too much, but I've definitely been playing some NCAA. Probably too much, but yeah.
Who will you just randomize teams, and is it a team thing where you guys play each other?
Yeah. I mean, we'll just random teams, like just some play now action. You know, the 3 random team thing, and yeah, whoever's the best team you get, you play as. But you know, we definitely have some good rivalries going up here with all that.
Not only being at the quarterback position, and now being recruited to play essentially 3 different positions that you play all 3. Can you decide and pick a favorite if you had to?
I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be tough. I mean, me and my dad have been sitting down and thinking about things, and you know, we feel like, you know, whatever happens. It's meant to be. It's meant to be. So kind of not trying to dwell on it. Just kind of, you know, see what happens and, you know, run with it.
With the recruiting process and the teams that have been interested in you, we were talking about some of the local teams, but teams as far as California, is there a feeling of wanting to stay closer to home, or you haven't ruled that out yet either?
I haven't ruled it out. I mean, obviously being home would be nice. You know, all the families come to the games and see me and whatnot. But then there's like a cool sense that it'd be like to go somewhere far and, you know, kind of make a name for myself somewhere else too. So, you know, little things I'm trying to figure out, but, you know, not opposed to either.
How much has things changed in terms of coaches' willingness to let you work the offense, and how much has your relationship changed from your freshman year down to the junior year?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, freshman year, I feel like, I mean, I got pretty comfortable with the offense, I felt like, but I mean, these last 2 years, I felt like it's just expanded so much more. I feel like Coach definitely has a lot of trust in me from now. Just, you know, being able to see things differently and, you know, communicate with him of what's working, what's not, and, you know, we have a good relationship where we can talk about the things like that, and you know, we trust each other, so it's definitely a good thing.
How about the offensive line? The guys up front make it go. What do you have to say about them?
I mean, I love those guys. I mean, last year we had a lot of seniors last year. We lost a lot this year, so I mean, last year you got to give credit to all those guys. Lewis Ryan and Braden Kirby were, you know, the guys, the big leaders for us, and you know, I love those guys to death. I wish them the best of luck. And then like this year we didn't have too much returning, so I mean, we knew they were going to be good, but I feel like that a lot of people doubted us because of that, and I feel like they're proving a lot of people wrong right now, and they're working hard, and it's fun to watch them improve every week.
I would like to say almost re-put Fort Cherry on the map, because there's obviously some legendary players that came here before you, and one of them is coach in the National Football League in Marvin Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
Stopped by practice couple days ago.
Yeah.
What was that experience like?
That was pretty cool. I mean, I'd never met him. He'd never come around practice before, so you know, see him just standing around watching us was a pretty cool feeling. Just, you know, oh, that's Marvin Lewis. Yeah. I mean, we didn't even know he was coming. I think he kind of just showed up. I mean, so definitely a good surprise, and you know, it's good to see, you know, successful people from here, and you know, seeing, you know, anything's possible.
Were you a pro football fan, and are you a fan of the Steelers?
Oh yeah.
Any plans on going to any games this year?
Hope so. That's always, I try to get to at least one every year. Last year was cool. For winning the WPIAL, we got invited, so the whole team went down, so that was cool. So hopefully we get to do that again this year.
What are the goals aside from the obvious of winning a WPIAL, winning a state championship, and knowing in the back of your head you still got another crack at this in 2025? I
mean, we're just trying to take it week by week. You know, just not get caught up in anything. I mean, we're just trying to stay focused on that pretty much. And I mean, just see where it takes us. Work hard and, you know, keep it going.
Pre-game rituals. Are you superstitious, and you eating and listening to the same playlist before every game?
Definitely the same playlist every game. I got a lot of Rod Wave and Gunna on a playlist. I like those guys before a game. My grandma makes me a dinner before every game, so it kind of changes week to week, but you know, that's been steady throughout my high school career so far. So I guess if you could say those.
What's grandma whip up?
Sometimes it's like a chicken and broccoli rice casserole. It's really good. Sometimes some like mac and cheese, and she puts some other stuff in it. It's always good. But yeah, no matter what, it's always good.
Who is your WPIAL GOAT?
I gotta say, I mean, just because of the numbers he put up, I gotta say Terrell Pryor. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm kind of chasing right now, and it's definitely a big name around the WPIAL. So yeah.
What have you ever got to see his high school highlights? Have you ever seen them?
It's
what
crazy.
do you like about his game?
I mean, he's just, you could tell he's an electric player. Just some of the things he did is just, you watch it, you go, wow, like, you know what I mean? Just fun to watch.
Is it hard for you, knowing that you have the running capabilities that you do, to not think run first when you're playing at the quarterback position? Is that something that you struggle with, or has that come easy to you?
I think early on I struggled with it a little bit, but I definitely feel now that I'm a way more comfortable passer. I worked a lot with Coach Gary over the summer, and still, I mean, every day. So definitely feel a lot more comfortable with everything. Just my arm, the offense, everything. So definitely something I had to get over early on, but I definitely feel more comfortable now.
If WPIAL fantasy football was a thing, the connection between you and Shane Cornelli would have gotten some owners some good points.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a relationship that has been built through the off season?
I mean, that's been built throughout our whole lives. I mean, we've always played together, and we both four-sport athletes. So I mean, he was on our track relay team that we once stayed in. So every team we're on together, and it's one of my closest friends, and that's something we've been building for a long time. Just throwing around the backyard, just the chemistry we've built.
Second to football, then you mentioned the four-sport athletes. Second to football, what do you put second?
I say probably baseball. Yeah.
What's the reason why? What's the reason why behind why baseball?
Baseball was like the first sport I started playing. I started playing travel ball when I was 9, so that was like my first love, and that's what I always thought I'd be doing. So I've always loved baseball, and I still play it now. I mean, I play travel ball in the summer with the Pittsburgh Outlaws, so that's how I spend my summers. It's it's a special place, just a lot of memories in baseball.
What is your favorite memory to this point, athletically?
Definitely the WPIAL championship. I mean, sharing that. My dad, he's been a coach for a long time, and then he like I said, he coached at Keystone Oaks, and then he came over here a few years before I got to high school. So, just being able to share that moment with him. He had never won one either. So, both our firsts, and it was really special.
What advice would you give now? I was asking you earlier, players that you looked up to. Now players are starting to look up to you. What advice would you give to guys in middle school or freshmen coming up that want to have the success?
I think you just got to stay focused. You don't need to get caught up in any of the things going on around the kids in school, or you don't have to try to fit in. Just stay focused and work hard, and good things will come.